Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Ruth Walker. I'm a professor of psychology at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, and what I want to do is walk you through an assessment or a career exploration tool that I have my students use when they're taking my Psychology of a Profession or Careers course. And the reason I have students do this is because oftentimes they come into my class as freshmen and sophomores and they're not quite certain what they want to do, or you may have even graduated and be in a career and be thinking about maybe there's a different area I want to go into. This is a great assessment for that, particularly if you pair it with the other career one-stop assessments, such as the skills assessment and the interest assessment. And I'll have links to those down in the video description that you can link to. So this assessment doesn't take very long, and it's going to have you rank and match 20 different items in terms of how much importance it holds for you in the workplace. And it's essentially asking you to rank based on 6 different values. So values of achievement, of independence, of recognition, of support, of social relationships, and of working conditions. And at the end, it's going to give you output that says, like, these are the values that matter most to you, and these are careers that you might be interested or might be a good fit for you and your values. And with that, it could link you to over 950 different options. This is based on over 30 years of research and data, assessment data backing this up. So let's go ahead and get into it and start walking through. Okay, so we're on the Career One Stop website, and you can look on the left here and it tells you a little bit more information about the tool. If you want to learn even more, mostly the stuff that I just went over with you, you can click on this link here. It'll tell you about the 6 different types of work values and the research it was based off of and all of that. So you can always click there for more information. But for us right now, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to click on this. When you hover over a blue button, and then what you'll see here is it's going to present you with a card. So right here in the middle of the screen, it says, I use my talents and abilities. So what it wants you to do with each of the cards, and there's a total of 20 of them, is it wants you to sort it in order of importance. How important is this to you in the workplace? And you can say it's least important, less important, somewhat important, more important, or the most important. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in more. And what you're going to eventually do is fill in all of these spaces with your different values. So I'm treated fairly by my employer. I can stay busy all of the time. I have opportunities to advance. I can give directions or instructions to others. So there are 20 different cards, and you're just going to pull them all through. So I am just going to do some random assorting, so don't judge me based on these, although there are no wrong answers, but I'm just going to go ahead and place these all in a place so we can go ahead and look at what the output might look at. So here you can go ahead and click on See My Results once you're done. And this is telling me what my fictional work values matcher would look like. And so you can see here, I ranked really high in relationships and in achievement, and a little bit lower in independence and recognition. You can see working conditions and support were the 2 lowest ranks with my random sorting. So if you weren't happy with the way that these work values are matched for you, you can always redo it. Just click right up here, change my cards, and you can go back and resort those. No big deal. So let's say that you really thought hard about them and you didn't randomly sort them, and these are your values. So you can get a lot more information over here. When you're looking here at relationships, it's the top one. So it tells you a little bit about relationships, that it relates to public service orientation, sense of teamwork. This was one of your highest values, and that's probably because it will be important to you in the workplace. If you click right here on Learn More About Relationships, what it does is it takes you here to tell you more about what does that mean, how you can learn about a company's values to see, do they have this value in a workplace that you might be considering for a job. And you can also, importantly, click here, see the list of careers that highlight the value of relationships. And when you click on here, this will show you a variety of different careers that align with this, and they're sorted by different degree type. So less than a high school diploma is at the top, high school, associate's degree or some experience, bachelor's degree, graduate degree. So you can click on all of these to explore different career opportunities at different educational levels that align with this work value. So work value of relationships, we can see that we have child, family, and school social workers, community health workers, human resource specialists, elementary school teachers. So if you saw a career here and you thought, that sounds interesting to me, I'd like to learn more. What is a community health worker? We can click on this career here. We'll be taken to an occupational profile that'll give you a description of what do community health workers do, what are other titles that they might be known by. Here's a really quick video that'll tell you more about it. What is the career outlook? And for this career, it's bright. They're going to be a 16% increase projected change in these job openings. We can look at the annual wages, how much are people being paid, what kind of education do you need to get this, certifications, licenses, and importantly down here at the bottom, you can see what's the knowledge needed for this, what are the activities that these professionals do, what are the skills that you need for this, and what are the abilities. And you can click on more knowledge, more skills, more abilities to learn more about those. And for each of these profiles, you can also download those. So if you want to come back to think about this career in the future because you were really interested in it, you can download that so you can save it and come back to it. And what is also interesting is this purple box over here. It says related occupations. So you can learn more about other occupations that are really close to this or are related to that in some way. Because if you really liked this, but you're like, I'd like to explore things that would be other options that would work for me, you can always click here, more occupations, and you can see other careers that might work for you. So there is a variety of information that you can get from here. You can go to other educational levels over here. You can see download. It's really lovely. They have a lot of places where you can download the information so you can remember it in the future and look back on it. And you can also go all the way back here and say, all right, I'd like to do the same thing for achievement. And let's learn more about achievement and different careers that align with achievement. And you can go down the list, do the same thing for independence, for recognition, and learn more about what those values mean in the workplace and how do you find careers that align with that. So how do you learn more about a company's values to know if this is a value that they would hold dear. So this work values matcher is particularly helpful for people who are really at this career exploration stage or considering going into a different field. And it can be really helpful to match this up with the other career one-step assessments, looking at skills as well as looking at interests. I hope you find this assessment a useful part of your career exploration journey. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments.